Come on. Oh, wait, we've gone too far. Oh, no, I haven't. My bad. Alright. So it's pretty standard, dive defense setup. Again, they're playing Cyclops this time. He's playing Super McCree. At least that's what I'm calling it. So you've got Tank there ready to drop down, and if he needs to, he can leap. You've got Tank there just scatting around. This is probably more of the style I would have expected to play with this, because what you've got is you've still got the Discord, you've still got double stun, and now you've got some speed in case you need to rotate one way or the other with that McCree. You don't. The idea is to not bait yourself into the dive. That's not the idea. The idea is you have this as like a backup. You still need to rotate out. So if they do come in with like a double dive, or like they come in with like, for example, a Sombra, right? Sombra comes in, goes to throw a hack on, you get the stun, then you get another stun, she's guaranteed dead. Or if it's like a Hammond, he drops onto you, you get a stun, then we get a Brig stun, he's guaranteed dead. But then you need to get your ass out of there and like rotate one way or the other, and like keep your distance from whoever the next target's going to be that dives in. You need to basically play this for the disengage. Or if you really want to, you can play it with, if your tank sees something, they're going to dive forward. It's like, at least you're not going to be left alone and you can go forward with them if you really want to. Although I generally, being proactive is usually better than being reactive. That's for sure. So don't play this as like, don't bait yourselves into this being a reactive comp. You have something to react if you need it, but you still need to be moving with it and being proactive with like a dive. I say a dive, but you can't dive with a McCree. It's just you got to move forward with it. You need to move forward. And then the Talon attack is interesting. They got triple DPS, really low heals because they're not really caring about the health bars. They just want pure damage out here. And then he's gonna knock everyone up. Good swift strike, good damage. Stun someone if he needs to save something.
That's the thing. I also got to be concerned about CAG diving in. If they get themselves dived upon, Ryan Kimahororo could be caught out.
This would be interesting. I think CAG. So there you go. Look at it. Proactive. Proactive speed boost forward. Stop the dive. There's nothing Talon can do besides setup. Would have thought they maybe move from a different angle now, but I would, I agree with Avril in the background there. I would have expected these guys to move positions and dive from a different angle, and keep kind of make it so that they can't guarantee from where you're coming from. Good hack onto Teo, to be honest. Oh, probably a little bit too far forward without getting the heals you need. I don't think you need to do that. I think you play for your life here, Teo. Give up that time. You've lost it anyway. You've lost that tick no matter what you do at this point. And you definitely weren't going to get the kill onto Persia. Like I said, it's like you showed me before. Like it's okay to give up a tick if you need to, as long as you're going to give yourself something in return.
Such a good defensive play from CAG as well. You see them immediate dive in, hack right onto Tyro. He survives.
They're just randomly shooting around looking for a Sombra there, which is good. Every team should do that in transitions. So during transitions, during respawns, during downtime, no one has any limited amount of ammo. It's like turn around and just shoot, dude. Like if you're doing this, you're coming through, especially in like these tight rooms where Sombras often like to be hanging around. Everyone that has bullets to spare, for whatever reason, just like shoot in all different angles, see if you can catch her, or at least make her use her translocator. Another good way to do it is often, more than often, you may not realize this, but more often than not, people will see a translocator. So like imagine like this is the room, right? And like, oh, hang on. So this is your room, and then here's like your exit, and then here's like, you know, the open area, right? So there'll be a translocator there. Someone will walk through, be like, "Oh, translocator," and they'll just go and kill it, and then they'll walk back out. What you should do, and I see this all, like this is just, I'm not sure if it's just coincidence or lack of experience with Sombras at the moment. Walk in, look at the translocator, shoot around to see if a Sombra comes out, and then you know she's got nowhere to translocate to. So if she goes to translocate, you just shoot there. And more, like, you'd be surprised how many times you actually get Sombras when like they're in that room. And if you shoot around and you don't get it, then sure, go and kill that if you want to, and then walk around, or use it to your advantage, knowing that that's exactly where she's going to translocate. If you know, if someone finds it in the next kind of 5 seconds or 10 seconds or so.
Talon are coming up on some big ultimates here though. Jedi out to try and zone a little bit.
Don't know why you'd pick that. I'm assuming you were getting pressured from somewhere, or you were hoping he wouldn't get you and you'd be fast enough. I'm not sure. That's just, I don't peek an ulti McCree unless you need to trade something for it, like time on the point or an overtime. Don't ever give someone something for free. That is the key of Overwatch. It's like, my biggest theory is kind of like everything that you do is a trade, like to the point of like your ammo, your time, your health, your ultimate, even your positioning. If you really want to go like that deep, it's like if you need to give something, you need to make sure you're taking something. As long as it means you're not, like, for example, as long as it's like, you need to make it a worthy trade. So if you're going to give something to someone, or they're going to take something from you, you need to make sure you take something back from them. So like, for example, here, he's going to lose his life because, like, Bazzy's going to take this guy's life, right? So Saber God can do one of two things. He can either blast his ultimate and save his life and take ammo, basically, potentially taking Bazzy's life back if someone can come and help him. He's also contesting, so that's kind of what's happening. He's trading his life for the contest at the moment, or positioning. The other thing he can do is like this is just an interaction where he's like, they've already done a trade somewhere, so it's kind of not a good example actually. But it's still kind, like, I can kind of make it make sense, but it's not the best example, so I might just play through it. Interesting. Now go back on. I just want to understand why he didn't go for that. Didn't have dash. Got discorded, didn't want to take the fight. Maybe didn't know where anyone was. Oh, no, he did. Traded his life for scouting there. Definitely didn't need to do that. Definitely didn't need to do that. Talon's just like building ults like no tomorrow. They haven't used anything. Except for maybe Tracer's bomb, I'm assuming. Although I didn't see it or notice it. Where are you hiding, Claire? Oh, look at him. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This is how you know they're ult tracking well. They know they're gonna have some ult. So he sits far away. Everyone's purposefully in this little room. 100%, that's on purpose. They're not setting up to go forward this time. So it's like, last time they did this, they purposefully sped forward to try and get the drop on them all. Wrong one. To try and get the drop on them, right? This time they know they got some roll. They move Claire up to this high ground, so there is no speed boost, so they can't get the drop on anyone. And yet they all choose to sit in this tiny room anyway. Like that shouldn't make sense to these people. Like this is planned. This is planned for Sombras in particular. Like I'm a huge fan of this. EMP comes out. Everyone goes diving back as if they've got no clue. I mean, it was unfortunate. Unfortunate Saber got ruined. But it was a good it was like they traded a blade for it's like Bazi pulled the blade, still died. Had okay. Every single person is there except for Monkey, except for Lucio. Monkey is clearly looking for Genji, in my opinion. As soon as he sees him, just locks on. Absolutely locks on. This is a huge play from Cyclops Athlete Gaming. This is huge. Good stagger. That's a big set play. That's a big set play. Got how many else did they get out? They got this whole play. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did those bombs go down? Why don't I see them? He puts him in the room. Puts him in the room. I'm assuming they just get cleaved by Teo and get deleted. Interesting. I probably wouldn't have thrown that Diva Bomb out. I would have thought you probably could have cleaned that up by yourselves. But I can't really see what's happening back there, so maybe not. Maybe no one is in position, they didn't want to give up another tick, and so they just used bomb for it. And the best part is, like, I know, like, I said the best part, but because he died, he didn't have a chance to use trans, and so now they get to save it. Saber good? Where are you doing this? Next to Claire. You're going to push into 2 supports. Maybe you didn't assume they were there. No, because then you blinked into them again. Unless you got someone to dive with in this situation, I understand, like, even if you're a tracer, unless you're going to one-clip Saber from a position that he's not aware you're coming from, or you have your tank coming in on top of him as well, you're probably not going to be able to get this kill. I'd be very cautious about pushing through main to try and kill Saber when he's got Claire pocketing and peeling for him. You're always going to struggle there, in my opinion. Oh, well done.
Looking at the dead eye now, this is going to be a big weapon for CAG and for Talon Esports. You need to see these flanks, you need to see more pressure onto that back flank, you need to shut down Tayep, Dip, and Tyro. Well, Tyro's actually been going down a decent amount.
CAG just has his map on lockdown, dude. They have really practiced this one. What happened there? I mean, that was probably some poor positioning from Teo. I don't know why you'd walk into the line of sight of a Widow that you know is going to be there. Let alone jump up like that. That just makes it really easy pickings. Use McCreel already back up to like 30%. Wow. So where did that Transcendence go off?
And down he goes.
Tried to save Teo. And now you're in a really bad position if you're Saber God.
Only takes a couple of shots onto Kagora. He is forced back a little bit. Finally goes down, but not before Sabagod went out as well.
10 seconds.
Mahororo D-Max, this is the fight that Talon have been looking for. They didn't really have high impact ultimates, but they haven't needed them. They are now getting a good leg up.
I don't really know what's going on here.
EMP, where's the response?
CAG played that so well until the very end there.
Really popping off.
They played that so very well.
No hope of surviving there. Claire looking to go down as well. Teo, first to die, last to die, and this will be Talon finally capping point A in overtime.
So very well. It's unfortunate Teo went down. Saber God was late on his ult. Saber goes down. And then it's just a snowball fight from there. CAG should have held that, 100% in my opinion. CAG should have held that. That's just an unfortunate mistake from I mean, good shots from Bazzi, 100%, but by no means, if you're Teo, should you be jumping into that line of sight there. Like he already did damage to your back, like behind you this entire time. Ken needed to know he was there. Either you jump him early and you butt jump him and get him off this high ground, or you ignore and you try and just avoid line of sight completely. This was like the worst thing you could have done. And then you had to put bubble out. Oh, excuse me. Other than that, that was like Cyclops. That was awesome game. That was awesome gaming, my dudes. They had that figured. They had it figured out.
Simply not enough value coming out of the CAG ultimates there. Deadeye not going to be good enough.
Good speed forward. Keeping the same comp. I don't mind this comp. It's got like for Anubis, it's got enough damage to try and take first point and enough CC at the same time. As long as you get a good EMP off. Oh, Saber goes down super early. Actually, it doesn't even matter if you get the EMP off. Really, they got no ults, but it'd be helpful. Wow, they're gonna just absolutely snowball this. Oh, and he gets the hack. Awesome bomb. Oops, probably too far. Eh. Wow, just got his recall back up when he did that too. That's literally all he was waiting for. I don't really know what happened on the point. Buzzer got a big brain pick onto Saber. Saber must have peeked him somehow. I didn't know where he was going to be. And they just get everyone to point. Once I get everyone to point, the D.Va can't go and contest anymore. Contest that Widow. Because there's too much going on. They need help. They need numbers.
They got fully team wiped. There was just nothing really left for CAG. No ultimates left to play with. Even time.
Ah, CAG. Should have held that on first. This is the bane of 2CP. Only got to lose 2 fights and you lose the whole map. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, excuse me.
But again, losing Sabagod early was definitely the start of the avalanche coming down from Talon Esports as they got that eventual cameo moving onto their own defense. This would be a very different map and a very different scenario had CAG completed that full hold onto A, but because there's actually a reasonable amount of time, like 307, that's the kind of time you'd expect for just a regular team play. Look, you cap A maybe in a couple of attempts. You have a multiple attempts onto B because it's quite hard to cap. You get 307. That's a very normal time for an attacking team. So for Talon Esports, the recovery here has been really good.
I love Hemi. He's so cute, dude. He's so cute. I just hate it when he's like pops out of his bloody his wrecking ball and you can see his body. That makes me upset 100% of the time. Alright. Defense. Very similar defense, dude. Okay. This is like, you're basically doing a 6-0 because you got no one to peel for. End of the day, you were going hard balls to the walls against this. And this is, again, Super McCree. I don't think Talon has really been able to figure it out. I'm assuming Cyclops knows that they just made a mistake. So this is good. This is good. This is, as well, it's kind of like or not a 2. It's like a 2-4, but this 4 can quickly rush and join this, which is good. So instead of being, it's more like a 2-4-0. So like this being like the middle line, right? So 2-4-0, and this is like a 6-0-0, realistically. Or if they want, they could even do like Cyclops could even do like, it's kind of like a 2-2-2, because it's like you've got your Monkey Diva, you've got your Brig McCree, and you've got your Zen Lucio. But this is more like it. Like these 4 people are like your death squad basically, and then the other two are just looking to take space and create a good engagement.
This is quite deadly. Talon Esports have again that triple DPS, but they also have Doomfist.
Oh, filthy. Doomfist is filthy. Then again, that was pretty easy. Pretty easy hit. Then again, they're all coming back, dude. Stayed around for too long. Everyone else got out. Who's still in there? Tig's seen, and then A-Week's still in there, is he? A-Week's still in there. So that was going to go too deep versus Super McCree. Holy moly. I think he's just trying to, they're just trying to finish themselves. I don't know, I feel like if he did that, they all should have done that together. Trying to go for Saber, but like I assumed, just didn't expect him to have stun. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, that's a feed. It happens. It happens. It's finals. There's nerves. I understand. But, you know, this is something you got to deal with at this level. Unfortunately, there's just not enough practice at the level to kind of deal with the nerves that you have. So sometimes even like the better team generally still wins because they're both going to have nerves. But sometimes these things happen. You notice a few more mistakes. I would have thought he doesn't go for that and he waits for someone else to come help him unless they're all dead. Like potentially he's the last one there, but I don't think so. Pretty sure there's a Hammond up there still. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, if you want to do that, you wait for your Hammond to go down first and you come in after him. Or like you all need to go together and like let one person eat up the stuns, which is going to be Hammond because he can put a shield up to like 1200 or something. So it's literally with this comp you need Hammond to drop in, take preferably 2 stuns, put his shield up so he can deal with these 2 stuns. Once that's gone, then it's like the moment he's in there with his shield, it's like these like the rest come in. That's pretty much what's going to happen. And you just need to like demoralize their backline. It's like they're feeding all these resources are realistically just fed into depth. So you just need to like, if you remove depth, you're fine. Then you can go Saber, Claire, like whatever you want to do. So it's either Saber or it's depth you need to get rid of real quick. 7 minutes. That's a long time. Oh, Bazzy. Whenever so this is like pretty much a prime example of like divas not peeling properly when you're transitioning. he's got you in transition because he knows Saber's going to be somewhere towards the back. You need to be body blocking for Saber this entire time. Like, take that punch for him. Take it, because like they'll heal you. They'll heal you fine. Like, that's not a problem. But you're gonna lose him, and now you've lost your 30% extra damage, kind of thing. Oh, don't know if you needed that, but you got it back pretty quick, so it's not a problem. I think you can live with that. You live without using that, and you still get all the kills. That's fine. I mean, you've got like you're probably just gonna rotate like these two and what? Not that one. It's probably gonna be like 1, 2, like these 3 ultimates in rotation with like this one whenever she's got it, this one whenever he's got it, and then this one whenever he's got it. So it's like 1, 2, 3 combo. Him by himself, and then probably him by himself onto point or something. Whereas like Cyclops combos is going to be a little bit different in terms of it's really when they need it kind of thing. So you could probably work it to combo like Depp and Teo together. Teo knocking them all out of hidey holes into his line of sight. You could combo a Diva Bomb with like a hard dive and a beat if you wanted to. Save that for A-Week's ult. Pop this on cooldown almost. They're like just some basic combos you could probably use. I mean, you can get creative at the end of the day. Buzzy no cooldowns, he's dead. Nope, saved. Gotta be really careful as Doomfist not to lose all your cooldowns. Give me some water, holy lord.
Talon Esports now, they also have a Wrecking Ball. Kagura can really stop them in their tracks. And he is going to do just...
Oh, sorry, didn't want you guys to... I don't want to miss anything.
Talon Esports now, they also have a Wrecking Ball. Kagura can really stop them in their tracks. And he is going to do just that. Oh, but that's a massive kill.
What'd they use? Saber probably used... oh, kept his Diva Mech, okay. Forced use Trance to keep the Diva Mech alive so that they could get enough ult to like spam it out and actually dive with it. So like you watch. That's how low she got. 91% to ult. Saber has to use his ult to save her. Literally like 25 health. That's a... Oh no, he does get the D-Mech. That's so unfortunate, dude. That's so unfortunate. If Saber saves that mech, they probably win this push. Seems like you need to talk to your team, Bazzy. You're doing like this is happening a lot with Bazzy. You really need to like communicate with your team more what you're doing, and like wait for like if you're gonna go, like go, but like your team needs to be like reacting enough for you to be there, for them to be there when you want to do something like that to protect you. Otherwise, you're just going into like you're just kind of feeding ult charge like Saber again, Saber and Anakin. Because her ult will still like even if her ult's running, like if I'm not wrong, so like her ult's running here. Right, so still on. Is it? Oh, now it's off. Okay. No, don't worry. I was wrong. While her ult's going, she doesn't get ult charge. That's what she did. But Saber and Claire got like, free 20%, and then got the hell out. Well, not really. You're still killing them. I like how you didn't use your ult though. That's good. It's good that you kept your ult. Damn, that's a cool skin, dude. That's a cool skin. Let me buy them, Blizzard. Please let me buy. Thank you.
This is probably just going to have to be a dry push. They're going to have to look for some ultimates to get out of Talon Esports and charge some of their own. That's a big commit straight out the gate.
Well, they used EMP and they used Nano. Who are their Nano though? That's interesting. Did they Nano Doom? A-Week. So they Nano Genji, I guess. Fair enough. Not a bad use of it. Gets his ult a lot quicker. I'm assuming that's why they did it. Yeah, 37, 45. So probably on 50 by the time he gets nano. Maybe a bit more. And look at his ult charge just go flying in the air. I'm assuming it's A-Week. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure if he was the one that got it. I'm pretty sure it was, though. I'm pretty sure it was. So basically, they used EMP combined with Nano, but they used the Nano to build someone else's ult for the next fight. That's huge. That's good forward thinking play from Talon. Really good forward thinking play. Oh no. The poor staggers.
And it charges the rest of the ultimates because it was so one-sided. We're now going to see the blade back in the hands of a weak and still nothing to counter up for CAG.
Just trying to get his last 4%, really.
Okay, blades up, but so is Transcendence.
Tig just building a little bit of ult, being a bit of a nuisance, wasting some time. But I like that. So Sombras are really good at doing that. That's why they always have their ults. They always go behind teams. They hack someone, like pretty much anyone. I think they hacked the D.Va here. Do I go back 10? Yeah, hacks the D.Va. Hacks the D.Va, gets a bit of free information, and then he's gonna get what, like 16% ult charge off this. 13. Easy. That's really good like scouting information, just in case no one, like, you didn't know. It's also very good in terms of just general ult charge. Like that's like mid-maxing. That's basically like exactly what that is. Wow, he just got obliterated. I'm surprised they've said do not use any, like only use blade. Oh, they've used both. I probably would have thought you could have done that a little bit cleaner. So you're going in, you chose, it's a clear decision not to use mines, which is fine, but I would have thought you bring out the, either the blade this fight, considering they probably don't have, like, you go in, like, you engage with blade here, I would have thought. I would have thought you engage with blade here. Especially once knowing they no longer have, like, at least one of their stuns. Maybe he just wasn't in position to do it? And then pulling out this late, it's okay. It's okay. It was going too quick to, like, for Bazzi and A-Week, so I think they just need to communicate a bit better. Like, using both those ults together is like, you kind of would prefer, I think you'd prefer to, like, rotate these. It's like each couple fights, so, like, use this one fight one, together. Fight 2 they use none, and then fight 3 they use Genji, for example, and then fight 4 they go back to this one, they repeat, kind of thing. That's what I would have thought. Arisu, thank you, my friend. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
That's actually a very decent fight for them despite losing, because they need to get ultimate advantage, and finally they have that.
Now Cyclops at the gaming, coming in for what they're hoping is...
Was that, who did go around just then on CAG? I missed that.
Really up to them. Ideally, they would have used a lot less than that. Ideally, Gogora doesn't go down, and they're able to get a few more picks before CAG.
Everyone's been real safe, kind of spreading out. Sombra's doing some scouting, which is really good. Got a little peek hole just to do a bit of damage, I'm guessing.
That's actually a very decent
No,
fight for them,
not doing anything with it. Just having a look down mid.
And finally they have that.
Now Cyclops at the gaming, coming in for what they're hoping is their fight.
Giving up a fair bit of space. I'm guessing they want to use EMP and mines in this one. Potentially just mines. I don't know if I agree with this mine location. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but Like, the issue with doing that is, like, you're going to do it up on these poles, and the moment they touch a wall, they activate. That's the whole point of them. So they can activate, like, up here. They don't have to activate down here or anything like that. They won't drop. So why did Saber... Saber God got really low, I'm guessing? Yeah, right. So Saber God used it in response to Bazzy going hard. Didn't quite get it. Good that you got it out early. And after, like, you got it out, you traded your life for that Transcendence. They no longer have it. You've still got EMP, so you're basically going to Transcendence this, make sure you get him. You're going to immediately kill Saber God and hopefully try and snowball off your respawns. Oh, that's a good bomb placement. That's unlucky. So I often say this, but with bombs that go into this corridor, you kind of want to make it sort of explode just above this pillar, and that way you get like all this as well as down. That's kind of the beauty of all that. So almost got there, probably sent a little bit too far. That's just unlucky. Just needs a little bit more practice there. In the heat of the moment though. Didn't get Saber God with that EMP, like got Saber with the EMP. Knocked off, I'm assuming, by Claire, and then he got the beat down. So this is really bad for Talon now. Like, your whole game plan was basically centered around getting rid of Saber, and we didn't do it. We didn't achieve that. Oh, I'll come back to that in a second. Someone's sending me a message. So what happens here? Hold up. So we don't kill Saber. We've used beat. Teo's getting really low. We don't really have the healing to save him because we're not running an Anara or a Moira or a Mercy. Mercy, nah, these days anyway. Teo goes down to Bazzy. Bazzy gets a large uppercut. Meteor strike onto Saber, doesn't quite get him. Gets step out, trades depth. Haru kills Emikin in the background though. Emikin doesn't quite get the combo off properly. That's just a mechanical battle in the background that he loses. Both half. Probably had the opportunity to actually kill Haru there. But good reaction times. Didn't throw. I want you to notice something as well. Like this should be like a little bit basic, but he doesn't throw the nade directly at Emikin. I'm assuming he's not 100% sure if he has deflect or not. But the best thing to do is always just throw it at the ground because you know it'll splash you. You know, even if he has deflect, it's not going to come back at you and give you the the negative effect. And then the last thing as well is if you do throw it at him and you happen to miss, like for example, lower tier players often will miss their nades if they throw them at people. And if you do throw it at him and you miss, then you're really in trouble. So that's kind of like the biggest thing there. I'll refresh my chat. I think it's working properly. There we go. So good play by Haru. Good play by Haru. Really saved himself there. And they start coming back off those couple picks with their spawns. Talent, I mean, I feel like Cyclops Athlete Gaming really should have kind of picked up on a few things there and been able to snowball that one with enough people on point. But just didn't have the healing to maintain the damage that was coming out by Talon because they're running, the triple DPS. With a Hammond who does a surprisingly lot of damage still. Like with those 60 bullets in his bloody clip. EMP. Oh, doesn't quite get the hack off. I feel like he EMP'd from too far away too early here. Old Depp. Who's he get? He gets 2 of them. Doesn't quite get the re-hack. Doesn't quite get the singular hack onto anyone. So what happened to Teo here? How did you lose so much health? Right, Teo. Oh, Teo's like in there, like Teo's in here somewhere. Okay, fair enough. Claire gets really hard focused by looks like. Oh, Claire gets EMP'd as well. Okay, sorry, I missed that. How did I miss that? It's like the biggest thing on the screen. So Talon's EMP comes out, gets Claire. Looks like that Saber got as well that it gets. Yeah, so it gets both supports, so that's a good EMP. The counter EMP comes out, but only really hits 2 people. The backline is quite well peeled for. It looks like Talon's EMP also probably hit Teo, or when the recall happened, it's not recall, when the translocation happened from TYG, he went back to Haru and kind of helped out, basically. So that was good. Good peel. Good EMP. I think EMP usage from Talon was just much better there. I agree with Avril here. I don't think you use your EMP if you're Depp. I think you just save it for the next one, accept the defeat. Come back, run away. Come back for a more quality fight with more ults. Instead, you've now used what? Oh, did she have to swap? What did she use her ult? The Diva. Wow, that's massive. Was forced to go back into spawn. Lost 60% ult as Diva. That's a huge win for Talon. Huge win. Talon's going to have like a free Nano Blade here too. He's just going to make sure the hack goes away. That's pretty much it. Once the hack comes out, I expect a Nano Blade. Unlucky. Oh, yep. Oh, and there's a hack there. Still worth it. Still worth it. You did enough. Put a lot of pressure on. Anakin went forward with his blade, didn't get enough. Probably got immediately hacked, unfortunately. So this is the problem. So I feel like Talon at the moment is really looking at not really looking at kind of what they have compared to what's going on. So I think they're ult tracking a fair bit better. Knowing that they're probably going to blade. So I think TYG simply sat in a position ready for the blade to come out to protect Haru. Pulled out the hack onto Anakin, leaving him basically useless. Didn't have any peel, didn't have a pocket, didn't have a nano, and then Haru just just finishes him off. I shouldn't have sworn there. My mistake. I don't understand how you get booped forward. What happened there for you to go so far forward? I'm assuming you probably get booped by a Diva mech. Yeah, I think the Diva mech boops him forward. That's okay. Yeah. Goes forward, looks at some ult, charged by A-Week. That's really like sort of clever play not to stay around for too long though, knowing that they're probably regrouping while he's standing there. So when you are playing something like a Genji, Diva, Sombra to an extent, I have seen an Anna do it. I don't really recommend she do it. You kind of stand at like a main gate and just throw shurikens, anything that you can do from far away that's going to be safe, and you just build up your free ult charge. So, like the most common one is Ryan's. Ryan's throwing like fire strikes at spawn doors, things like that.
Guess what? The rest of his team is not able to back him up. The rest of his team are too busy running away from a weak instead. And every single fight, CAG is just bleeding out ultimates and not getting progress. CAG struggling to find what's going to work for them.
What the hell happened just then?
Too busy running away from a weak.
So looking at this setup.
Instead, and every single.
Don't waste those bullets shooting up there. You're never gonna hit anything.
struggling to find what's going to work for them on this map. Depth.
And not getting progress.
Struggling to find what's going to work for them.
Wow, that is some super unlucky timing from Bazzi. Oh no, he goes in.
Struggling to find what's going to
That was very good timing from Depp. Very good timing. To get this kill onto Bazzi, especially like considering he's got the ult, and that's probably what they wanted to use alongside the Hammond. Dripped around a bit. The mines should do enough, hopefully. They are peeling back. Depp is doing a lot of work back there with that insta-kill potential rocket fist. I actually don't know if that's what that's called. That's not good, I should know.
Looking for those back liners, is going to close out on Haru. CAG set up on the point, the medium strike from Bazzi to try and contest. He's going to find no one, and it's nearly CAG set up.
Why did you position yourself there?
From Bazzi to try and contest. He's going to find on Haru. CAG set up on the point, the medium strike from Bazzi to try and contest. Is going to close out on Haru. CAG set up on the point, the medium strike.
The only thing I can think of is that he's hoping Claire misses this jump and falls down, because this is going to get all that kind of area, like even below the bridge just there. That's the only thing I can really think of. Sorry, 1 second. My family's popping off on Facebook chat and I don't quite understand why. No, it's a puppy. Alright. I shouldn't have. This is why you don't look. It's always a puppy, dude. It's not their puppy though. It's not their puppy. I already have a puppy. Who's like 8 years old. Unlucky from Bazzi. Gotta hit that. Gotta make those cooldowns worth it. CD is gonna grab this now. Alright. So let's go back and watch this fight again. Because I feel like, again, Talon was doing so well in defense and just didn't quite hold it in that last minute. Yeah, so we've got Bazzi in mines. I honestly would say, I don't know. I wouldn't say I don't like opening up with the Doomfist ult, but if you need to be, like, better safe than sorry. Let's have a look. I think as soon as he realized that he kind of stuffed up, he just needed to press Q here. Sabergod puts a lot of pressure onto Talon there, using that coalescence when they didn't have the heals. Hey, weak. How did you get there? The monkey's chasing you around. Good work by Taya to chase around A-Week. Stop him from doing, all sorts of just free things. He's going to find no one, and it's nearly capped out as well. If they can push this to overtime, that is a big something. It's nearly capped out as well. If they can push this to overtime. Misses. A-Week's in there on Tracer. Really good focus from, focus fire from CAG there. Like, that's something so basic that so many teams do so poorly, is like, I often see it on 2CP where it's like they get the kills they need, they're going to take that point, but then it's like there are still like 6 people on there, like there's still people on that point, but so that you've got like 6 people on the point if you're CAG, and then they've got like 3, and instead of going like 6 on 1, like 6 on the 3, kill 1 at a time kind of thing, they go like, instead of putting 6 on this one, waiting for that to die, then 6 on that one's dead, 6 on that one's dead. They do this. They go like, 6 is greater than 3, so let's do this. We go 1, 2, 3 enemies. Let's put 2, 2, and 2, and like, oh, this one dies, but then now another one's come back. So 2 on that one, then this one dies, then like another two came back, and like, it's just frustrating. You never get the kills. It's like 6-3, kill one at a time. Please, please, don't go 2-2-2. It doesn't work. It's not fast enough. You will kill them faster if you go, one at a time with all 6. They will just obliterate. And then you will have attacker's advantage. So like, there's something in 2CP where it's like, if you have 6 people on the point to their 3, every sort of second that goes by, their spawns will go from like 10 to 12 to 14 to 17 to 21 or something. Like something stupid. There's a good video by Karq on it, but there is attacker's advantage in this. So it's like, if you go 2-2-2, you will still get that attacker's advantage, but the issue is you're not getting people dying fast enough to take advantage of that attacker's advantage. Yeah, that makes sense. Whereas if you kill someone, it's like, yeah, the first person you kill will have like a 12-second cooldown, and the second person will probably be 12 as well because you killed them so quick. Third person is going to be like 14. If they get someone back on the point, now it's like 6-1. You kill them, then it's going to be 17 seconds respawn. It's, you know what I mean? Rather than trying to kill them all at the same time. And yeah, if you try and kill them all at the same time and you go like 2 versus 1, you'll still win it. You should. It's a bit risky, but you should still win it mechanically. Unless they do something mechanically, sorry. That's just out of this world. Their spawn, yeah, it might be a little bit longer. So it might be like 14 off the bat instead of 12. But now they've had the chance to get 2 people back onto the point, kind of thing. So that's my little rant. I'm over. I'm done. Let's me watch these ones. Let me go through these. So Talon, what do they got? They got triple DPS again, running the insta kill, the dashable, so headshot, dash. You've got the hack, dive, and you've got the death squad here running around like, just getting rid of backlines and being a nuisance, basically. I do love this little death squad. It's so fun. And if you ever have a duo with someone that's like around your level, and you're in plat to diamond, do this. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. If you can do it properly and you can get your team on board, the most important thing is getting your team on board. Don't be toxic. This is so much fun. Because it's like, alright, we're flanking, we're in the back line, Winston dive now, and then it's just like, what is happening? I just got flanked by a Lucio Brig. It's so much fun. I don't know how well it works in like Masters, Grandmasters, things like that, to be completely honest. I have told my players to give it a go. They refuse. They refuse. Because they tell me. They tell me I'm bad at matchmaking. I've got a big brain, but I'm bad at matchmaking, so they don't listen to me. Mean people. Mean people. They listen to me in like scrims and stuff, though, obviously. And then the attack is this McCree again. Damn it, I just took a screenshot. Gonna have to delete that later. Super McCree. You've got the dive, you've got the 4, the 2, you've got the 2-4, or you've got the 6-0 really, because you're probably keeping all these guys together. I actually do think it's probably more like a 2-2-2. I do prefer like that annotation of it, because it's like Winston Diva, McCree Brig, Lucio Zen, or swap around the Lucio and the Brig. You could do it that way as well. Whereas Talon is just pure offense, dude. Good rotation. Very quickly. Staying safe. Long rotation. Big fan. You gotta hope you don't show yourself though. If you show yourself, you're in trouble now. As Widow. Yep. It's alright, that's okay. How'd you grapple? That was very well played by Depp. Not by Depp, sorry, by Bazzi.
Yeah, that's
So,
as
I
they
want to
rotate.
go back to his rotation.
Remember very quickly, Snow offensively here.
So he comes across
They get baited up by
because they already know where he was, so he knows over there. The easy rotation is to go and sit above spawn door and stay there. Instead, he's going all the way around here so he can still get damage off while they're kind of trying to set up.
or anything like that last time.
By the time they're going to come out, he will have grapple up, unless they go literally right now and they know exactly where he is, and they're not going to be able to do that.
CAG themselves playing very patiently here.
Weeks looking for the back line, trying to catch some.
Unlucky not to get that stun off. You get that stun off, that Sombra dies.
Navigon does go low, but he doesn't go down. Depth though is in trouble, and they're really in panic mode, trying to keep all these support DPS members
Oh,
alive.
no trade.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for CAG. They've only got a reset.
Look, no one is dealing with A week, dude.
So rough.
He's literally just doing whatever he wants.
Tyro's coming back online.
Like, I know there's fish to fry.
Trouble. And they're really
I know your McCree's really low. In fact, your McCree's dead.
DPS members
Oh, no
alive,
trade.
Once your McCree's dead, you've pretty much lost this push if you're CAG.
They've only got to reset now or win the.
This is why I generally like to I always have disputes with I say pro players, but semi-pro pro players about this three-man combo versus when it's with like a Brig, a Lucio, and a Mercy. Simply because I prefer the pocket from the Mercy. Like, it's not as much damage. I just feel like you don't need that extra 30%
Tyro's coming back online.
to get the kills. Like, I just feel like you don't need that if you're gonna play it. Like, if you're gonna play it for a McCree super, like a super cowboy kind of thing. Simply because it's kind of like, if that McCree dies, your whole push is over. You know what I mean? And if they want to run a Sombra and you know you're running a Zen, the Zen's just going to implode as soon as like the Sombra comes out. So I'm just not 100% sure. I'm just not 100% sure. That's all.
A few times when it was, we were into the regular time, not the time bank plays here, but
Sorry, 1 second.
that's
I'm just
what
going to
it
check
takes
this
is Talon
message.
Esports not overcommitting, not overstepping themselves, not getting caught out by flashbang or something like that. And it's time that's being wasted, CAG's own time. They only have a minute to play with. If you go for a long setup, which CAG kind of did there, you do also get punished really hard time-wise if it's unsuccessful.
Alrighty.
And we said Talon after the break really need to come back swinging. It actually looked a bit rough at the start when they nearly got full hell on A, but now they are well poised
So Talon should take this one.
to push the series up.
I think CAG.
Start moving towards that match point, really put the heat on.
I don't know. I think if CAG holds them first point here, CAG win this game. I think it's real unfortunate that they didn't.
Well, that's something that we've seen them already do just on this map alone. But one check with Talon Esports, they just got to get an opening pick. They just got to be able to outmaneuver, outrotate CAG.
Sorry.
Certainly the point pressure, the objective
I shouldn't drink without muting my mic first.
CAG starts to crumble.
Put my feet up.
A perfect defense here.
Alrighty, what do we got? Running goats. Fair enough. You got so much time, you may as well try it. Just get the quick win. Into a sniper dive. It's not bad. You're kind of running like almost like a 3-3 or a 2-4, because you got 3 would be your Monkey, your Diva, your Genji, and your backline would be your Mercy, Ana, and Widow. You could also just go Monkey, Genji. Oh, that's not enough people. You could also just go Monkey, Genji, and then Widow, Diva, Mercy, Ana would be another one. And then Goats is just, it's Goats. It's run forward with everyone. I mean, there is kind of like a midline to it. It's kind of like, you're kind of doing 3-3-0. So like, well, that wasn't good. 3-3-0. So like, that's your tanks. That's everyone else. There's pretty much no one in your backline. Sometimes, if you have an Ana, you might put an Ana in your backline, but I really need to go bathroom after this one.
They're already on the point.
Well done. Didn't get much value out of that anti-nade, unfortunately. That was probably like a quick win condition for you.
They want to fight on the point.
Dep's already pushing out here as well. He's their star player. He needs to get some
Beautiful.
kills.
Dep, did you just stuff up your grapple?
Get the boots on
Or
the
did I
ground.
miss that?
They're already on the point.
He's putting pressure on CAG there to get the boots on the ground.
Boosters. He's 100% going to have grapple, so if you boost up, he's just going to grapple another way.
Dep's already pushing out here as well. He's their star player. He needs to get some kills in, but he can't do that if Kagora's on him or a Week's on him.
This is looking really difficult. They cannot get these opening
At the
fights.
Genji.
That's what Dep's really needing. And
A-Week's all over the place with this guy. He's doing some work.
vulnerable Sabbath God
Getting up in people's faces, or he's been slept. It's unfortunate. So the one really good thing, so A-Week, even though... stupid. Even though he didn't get any kills, he stopped value coming from Saber God, value coming from Claire, and value coming from Dep all at different times. And you look, when he took the value away from Saber God, look how low their tanks got. So he's actually, even though he's not getting kills, he's doing a lot of work. Because the way that snipers in general kind of work is they've got like a value over time thing. So it's like, and yes, I did learn this off Jane. To be fair, I will be 100% honest. I learned this off Jane. Oh no, I learned this off Aero when I was watching one of his videos. So value time, right? So a sniper would normally have like this much value the longer they're alive because they're doing more damage, right? You put either a diva or a monkey, for example, onto them, and all of a sudden their value becomes this much. And like that's a massive difference, and it's simply because they're trying to get away from whatever's chasing them. And right now it's this. It's the diva. I've just coloured her in to make it useless. So the diva is chasing them around. You're getting less healing, so your value's lower. You're getting less damage, so your value's lower. You're stopping them from doing that. Your value is higher. You have no one to peel, so this is you may as well be doing this. So this is awesome. And he's not taking an excessive amount of damage while he's doing it as well.
they need to get the kills to make it count.
Well, CSG haven't actually technically won a fight. Tayo's so low. If he goes down, it's a big problem.
They do at least find Baz
Technically won.
opportunity for CAG, but again,
When did you shoot that?
off a week gets slept. This is an
So he used it to save Teo's life. Teo got super low there.
off a week.
Where is he? I actually don't even know where he is.
An opportunity for CAG, but again, they need to get the
I'm assuming he got like cornered by the Winston or something.
Tayo's so low. If he goes down, it's a big problem.
they do at least find Baz
Even with the nano, you're just taking so much damage.
fall like flies. That's the only Talon needed. And there's that
Yeah, that's well played. That was well played. A-Week did a lot, enabled everyone to do whatever they wanted, basically.
now go up.
That was really good. That was really, really well played.
Just trade maps back and forth.
CAG, they're going to be kicking themselves for not being able to fully hold A on that initial defense.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. CAG. CAG had that. CAG absolutely had that if they could hold. Absolutely had that. Alright.